This is the IP address of this particular Raspberry Pi, which we have assigned the IP address through address resolution protocol ARP. And here the login credentials are default by the Raspberry Pi company, and the login username as Pi and the password is Raspberry, and these are the default username and password for any Raspberry Pi, and that's what we have used. And now we found the host name with the command hostname space capital I, and then we can see the IP address of Raspberry Pi. That's what I have said previously, 192.168.29.4, and that's the IP address of this particular Raspberry Pi. And as we can see here, no Ethernet cable is connected, so here the ETH is 0 and there are no packages and bytes under the Ethernet cable. But we have connected through WLAN, so local area network, so we can see an IP address in between this. So as we have connected to the WLAN, and we can find our IP address, which I have found in the previous command here, 192.168.29.48, and that's what we have found by using hostname. And now with the help of hostname we can find the hostname, which is Raspberry Pi, and just with a simple command hostname, that's all. And now we can find the gateway routing protocol with the help of the small command route space hyphen small n ROU, and with that help we can find the gateway protocol, and we can find here 192.168.29.1, which is the gateway protocol which is assigned for this particular Raspberry Pi, which with the IP address 192.168.29.49. Here we can see the first three numericals of these two devices has been intersected. So that's what describes that this particular gateway protocol is for this Raspberry Pi. And this particular IP address, which I have said, the gateway routing protocol, and it denotes the gateway routing protocol of my router, which I have been connected to the network, my internet providing router. And now with the help of this gateway routing protocol we can copy this particular IP address and we can use it in our browser. And it will redirect us to our internet service provider, as I am subscriber to the JS FiberNet services. So this is my service provider, and I need to log in with my router username, credentials and password, so that I'll get access to modify the settings of my particular router. These are all the configurations and all the occupied devices and etc, signals and signal strengths and incoming call status, everything, VoIP and device status of my particular router. And we can find all the IP addresses and MAC addresses assigned to our router. And here we can find network status and dashboard. In dashboard we can find how many devices have been connected to my router and what are the MAC addresses of that particular router, and the MAC addresses of the devices which have been connected to the router, etc. And we can alter all those settings in this page, as it differs from user to user because it depending upon the internet service provider.